Nah, I fucks with Pat.
Yeah.
Look at how he talks to these niggas.
Yeah, yo.
Yo, turn that shit up.
Turn that shit the fuck up right now.
Talking that shit. Let's go.
Yo. When you up and you winning, shit is awesome. Never felt real pain till a nigga lost one. If somebody take from you, what it's gonna cost them? Tired of niggas acting like they really put in work. Hear the boss come, be yourself. It'll do you better in the long run than see yourself staring down the barrel of a long gun. Some rappers never had no street cred, so they bought some. You know, we both come from humble beginnings. Mm. When you started to really make money, was there that period of survivor's guilt?
I don't think I've ever hit that lick of really making money. I make more money than the average 99% of the world. Mm-hmm. I always have. Right. Like 6 digits, 7 digits. Like. Again, when I'm broke, we still spending a couple of million a year. Right. But it just goes into business.
Well, but even
like that's that
even
thing
so, but that people from your neighborhood, how many people from that neighborhood get to that level?
Well, what I do
Once
is
you got to that level, knowing those people from the neighborhood and wanting to stay connected.
The first round of Rocafella, I tried to look out for everybody. Right. And all you could do, if you give someone some money, that's not looking out for them, that's enabling. You have to give them an opportunity for them to grow and go be a man. So I gave everyone that opportunity. Every one of my friends that would go to jail, I bid with them when they came home. I put them on paper. I make sure they had a Rocafella chain, a Jacobs watch, an apartment, and a car.
What were their duties?
It would be to find what you love. So some would run different verticals. So I might put one with the liquor. I might make one an A&R. I might put one with the movies. I might, like if you look at me when I'm in Paris or when I'm running around the world, I really got my homeboys with me. Dudes from my block, Claudie B, Kurt, right. Bob Love, God bless the dead, Big Face Gary, Jay Black, right. Like the whole Best Out was working underneath the umbrella at that point in time.
You're talking about people who are already in the habit of making the money. Well, I'm talking about the people who know you, the people that you feel, okay, I made it to this level, but you still fucked
I wasn't finished.
Okay.
So that would be one round, and then the people I grew up with. So, I'm not gonna say their names, but yeah, the people who's like, one of my friends, I'll say like Radu, right? I grew up with Radu, I grew up in his house. His mother damn near raised me, and all his brothers taught me how to be a man, up to where I had to get a little bit more of a man. Right. But they were definitely my brothers. So Dave, Craig, all of them had jobs at Rockware. When Darren came home from jail, he had a job at Rockware. Like you can't say that when I'm up, I don't try to empower the people that cared about me when I was younger, whether they hustled or did not. Right. But I always tried to put someone in position to at least have an entry-level way to learn the business and then to evolve.
Did it ever get sticky to the...
Always got sticky, pause. Because if someone doesn't perform and I got to pay for it, and you got to remember, I got other partners. So that was the thing is, when you got 4 or 5 partners, I can't just look out for everybody. I got to get everyone's permission. So one of the issues at Rocafella, I'll give you this, was that for me to sign an artist, Biggs had to vote, Jay had to sign off, and Lyor had to sign off. So in the Kanye doc, and they were like, yo, why the paperwork wasn't done? It was because Jay wouldn't sign off. That was the problem. I couldn't get Jay and Lyor to sign off. So I couldn't tell them that. It would break their heart. Right. But now I'm taking the blame for it. But it's all good. Right. When Kanye wanted to do 3 videos for Jesus Walks, that was in the middle of me negotiating my deal to sell the company. I went to Florida and flipped on him. Like, how you gonna tell that kid what to make? And he already made the money back. He recouped. He went go, and he's gonna when he comes back to renegotiate, if we treat him a certain way. But they would be looking at me like, why can't I do 3 videos? And I'm not gonna tell them my fight. So they would just blame it on me. Right. So I look at this like Obama when black people are like, yo, I don't think Obama did enough for black. It's not like he could say snap his fingers executive order. He got to go get a bunch of white people to agree with it. So it's not that easy for you to help when you have partners as people would think. You understand what I mean? When things have to be done, decisions have to be made unilaterally. When a lot of people have to make decisions, you particularly cannot look out for somebody unless you can justify it.
Right.
So in order for me to be able to hire certain people, they had to do the jobs that they were hired to do. They had to do them well. I'm standing up for them, so they got to show up. And with a lot of the Rocafella staff, where I was trying to go, they wasn't trying to go. That's why a lot of them are still in the music business. You understand what I mean? I was never really trying to stay in the music business. It was just a vertical, which it is now. You understand what I'm saying? So what I've learned is you can only look out for people that love themselves, that have a dream, that bring something to the table. Like there's a band here, right? And an artist will come in and we'll mess with, for a day, but they start coming every day thinking they could jump on with the band and have the band just doing their shit. The band's not gonna say nothing. They just love making music. But me, I'm gonna go, but what are you doing for the band?
Right.
Like if you're not paying the band and you're not doing anything for the band, why should the band be playing for you? For free. Why should they just be, it's 5-piece. That's Micah Da Vinci. To me, he's about to be bigger than The Weeknd, by The Weeknd. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I already see the future for him. I'm like, bro, if you ain't trying to make some music with that man, you bugging, because he about to go. But, because I already told them, I said, once they see you with me, they're going to come over for you $5 million. And I can't tell you not to go. That's what happened with Wiz Khalifa. That's what happened with Currency. It happened with Styley. It happened with Crit. These are all indies. They were all with me first, and then they took the deal. I ain't mad at none of them.
Y'all all in the same game, right? That means y'all all related. You know what I mean? Like 10 years later, y'all gonna still know each other. 20 years later, y'all should still be friends. If y'all still relevant, you know what I'm saying? For that, it's like, that means no matter what, y'all ain't got to look out for each other.
Did you advise against it?
Hell yeah. A lot of them did it behind my back because they were ashamed. What do you think Styley, the most independent, grumpy motherfucker in the world, Styley? He's the one that was like, yo, I'm gonna be the most independent, da-da-da-da, and then he took that deal. I was like, you were just saying you was gonna be independent. And I remember I seen him in the airport 5-6 years later. Was it worth it? Nah. Currency broke my heart. He did that one behind my back. That hurt, pause, because I was shocked. So you gotta look at all the body of work that I have where all these artists are talking about independence.
Right.
And then they go and they sign. You can't be mad. It's an algorithm. You can't sell someone that never had $1 million not to take $1 million. Like literally with Wiz Khalifa, he was in Woodstock. I can show you the footage with Currency, and I'm not trying to sign them. It's just my son and my nephews knew them, loved them, told me about them. So I'm like, all right, let's just make some content. Let's make some art. And we were out there making like Muscle Car Chronicles. It was a short film. It's on America New. And he was out there, and 2 Suburbans pulled up, and this dude, Benji, and another white dude kidnapped. They just took him. He was gone. I don't know how they knew he was there, and the next thing was Black and Yellow. And then I remember, because we were putting out the records with Currency, that because he's now signed at Warner, and I'm the one that told Todd Moskowitz, I remember being in the club, I'm like, yo, y'all had a dude named Wiz Khalifa, and y'all dropped him. Y'all dumb, right? And walked off. Then, of course, they go, they sign him and do whatever he do, and he does great things, but it was Black and Yellow, which was kind of contradictory to what he had been presenting on the independent level for all that time. But my point is, sometimes independent people are independent because they have to be, because non-independent people have shut the doors. And then once you start rolling on your own, then that's when they come and give you that deal. And it starts with numbers like $1 million or $2 million.
In the case of Styley, it wasn't worth it. In the case of Wiz Khalifa, would you say it was worth it?
You got to ask Wiz Khalifa that one. But me and him are still brothers, and I couldn't. So what happened was I was trying to clear the record, and Benji was really talking to me disrespectfully, like a dude that's not from my culture talking to me any way he wanted. And I'm like, yo, I can't even fuck with you, Wiz, until you're not fucking with him. I love you to death. And that's happened between like me and Smoke Dizza and Shipes. Like he's disrespectful.
Shout out to Smoke. What
Smoke
happened
Dizza.
there?
Well, we had Cootie and Shike. We did his videos initially, Crits, and I had this situation at Def Jam. So I'm like, yo, we'll put it out, distribute it, we'll make the records. We did this, that, and the third. And I told Shipes, I'm like, yo, we're gonna do it through Def Jam. So of course she backdoors me and does the deal at Def Jam without me. Ask him about it. Ask Crit about it. So it was like, yo, I can't. So with Smoke, I always was fucking with Smoke, but it was like I can't mess with your man. You know, I still can't mess with that dude. He has to bring me an ounce at least. That would be my thing. Like if you disrespect me and do something I don't deserve when I was trying to help you, and it's gonna frustrate me, at least let me smoke off a good ounce.
Right.
And he won't bring me an ounce, so I ain't fucking with that dude. Now it's a pound.
Now it's a pound, nigga.
But Smoke is legit. I love Smoke, and I will never let someone
Smoke,
from
that's
another
the
culture
homie.
divide us. You know what I'm saying? So it happens often.
You find like that.
Like I was in court with Currency, bro. We went to court.
After he did the deal?
Yeah, because he signed an exclusive deal with them, and I'm like, how you going to sign an exclusive deal and we got records together? So I was putting the records out, and we went through it. I don't even know what happened with that shit.
The greatest feeling in the world was holding my own gun. I'm hypertensive, but all my decisions been wholesome. My independence had me flipping on siblings I stole from. Said I'm just big and loud. Well, half a pound is my silent treatment. I punched out plugs I could have stopped from eating.
Stash of the product, side nigga got a gun in the mask in the grass, it's a pop-up. I was Robin Hood with the stock, don't get shot up. Now I'm watching Robin Hood and my stocks, they just shot up.